Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. So in today's tutorial, we will be working in Excel, creating a graph. Okay, I will walk you through the process of creating a graph in Excel, but with a small twist. Today we will be creating the graph on a separate sheet than the data. So you will have your data on one worksheet, and then you will have your graph on a separate sheet. And the way we do this is pretty easy. It might look hard, but I promise that it's not. Just follow along and you will see that this is pretty easy. Just don't forget that this is just a video. If you need to stop to go back to wherever you need more explanation to, you can do that. And if this video is not enough, feel free to leave me a comment down below in the comment section, and I will make sure to get back to you on that. But let's dive into it. Just follow along, and if you need to pause, please do that. All right, let's get into it. One moment, let me show you what this is about. So it's mostly having data like what you see here, and then creating a different worksheet where you're gonna go ahead and create the graph. So the graph is not gonna be on the same worksheet here, but it's gonna be on a different one. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, part 3, it says add a new worksheet and create your graph. So that's what we're gonna do. And this graph is going to be only about the net income for Dell Technologies and Microsoft Inc. So we're going to create a line graph that will compare the two, when it comes to their net income. All right, so let's do this. So to start, what you're gonna do, look under here where it says data and calculation, which is the document that we are currently looking at, the data. And great, ignore that, and you can see a plus sign here. So whatever worksheet you have open, if you just look under it, you should be able to see the data that you are currently looking at, and then the plus sign. That's where you're gonna go ahead and click and create a new worksheet. So when you click on it, now I have 3 sheets open. That's why it says sheet 3. But if you have 2, only, for example, 1 for your data and a second one, it's just going to be sheet 2. But that doesn't matter too much. What you're going to do now, you're going to go ahead and rename the sheet. To do so, you can just double click on it. Then you can go ahead and give it a name. For this one, we're going to go with graph. Simple. And you just press enter to save it. All right. So now here is the new worksheet with nothing on it. And again, data and calculation, we have our data here, but we want the graph here on this new worksheet. All right. So to do so, we're gonna start by coming here. You see insert. So we're gonna press on insert. When you do, then right in the middle of the insert page, you can see recommended charts. And that's when, for example, you are not too sure of what type of graph you really want. You can just highlight the data that you have and click on recommended chart. And this technically gonna show you a list of graphs that will go well with the data that you have. But that's for another video. So here for this one, we know that we want the line graph. That's gonna be this one here. And we're gonna go with the first one. So we're just gonna click on that one.
All right. So now you have an empty table open here where the graph is supposed to go, but we don't have the graph yet. So the next step, if you look on the right side up here, you can see select data. You can go ahead and click on select data and it's going to come up with this window. Another way to get this is just stay there and just right click on your keyboard and look in here and you should be able to see select data and you can click this. It's going to give you the same thing technically. All right. So when you have the window open here, the only thing that you can really click on, the whole thing, which is add. That's where you need to click to be able to add your data. So let's click on that. And now it's asking you for the series name. So for the data you're gonna enter, however you wanna name that data, that's the name you're gonna put here. So that when you have the graph and you hover the graph, it will tell you that specific name. So here we are gonna go ahead and start with Dell. So we're gonna name the Dell Inc. Okay. And then down here where it says series values, just go ahead and delete that. Just erase everything there to get it empty so that we can go and get our data. All right. So this part is really important. Don't click on OK yet because you don't have your data in here. So after clearing that spot, you just go to the worksheet where you have your data. Okay. And for us, it's you can just leave this here. It's just gonna go wherever you go since they are all related. So we're just gonna go to data and calculation to get our data. And here we are. And if you see where it's a series value, you're gonna see data and calculation. That's the name of the worksheet where we are. And ignore that. And you don't have to erase that or anything. Just leave it. And here we want the net income, net earning. That's where we want to compare on the two companies. So we are gonna go ahead and just select the information for the net income for Dell. Again, let me move this. You can move this anywhere actually to be able to see your data. So I'm just gonna move it here on the left side, and you can see this is for Dell, and we just want the data for Dell. For now, we named it Dell Inc. So we're gonna get the data for Dell. And to do so, you're gonna come here, the beginning or the end, wherever you wanna start, and you're gonna left click and hold it, and then just move it to the end. And now, as you can see, they're moving that around it. That means that it's copied. And if you see up here, let me move this here. If you see here now for data, for the series values, you have data and calculations, and you have the data information here, or you have the data in here. Okay, so that's when you're gonna go ahead and click on OK because you have the name and the data. All right. So upon clicking on OK, you can see that it created a line graph for just Dell. And you can see the name here, Dell. It's created just for Dell. But what we want for this, we need to have both Dell and Microsoft on one graph, okay? So to do so, we're gonna come back to our table here. And again, down here, you can see that it's only say one 2 and 3, where it's supposed to be the years. For the dollars amount, we have that right, but for the years, we're gonna go ahead and fix that later. All right, let's get Microsoft. So we're gonna do the same process. We're gonna come again to add, okay? When you click on add, it's gonna ask you for the name again for whatever graph you're trying to add. In our case here, we're trying to add Microsoft. So I'm gonna name it Microsoft Inc. Okay. And again, for the series values, as I mentioned before, we gonna erase this one and we're not gonna press on OK yet. We go back to our data and let me move this again. We already did for Dell, so we're gonna come to Microsoft and we want the same data, okay? The net income, and net income Microsoft, that's right here. So again, same process. You're gonna left click and drag it all the way to the end of the three data till 2021, fiscal year 2021. And again, as I said before, you can see the moving dot around it, and you can see here data in calculation, and it has all the data here. And how you can tell that this data is correct is when it's highlighted like this with the moving data again. Sorry, it's funny when I say the moving data, but so when it's highlighted like that, and also if you can see, you have F, G, H, and if you look here, you can see F, like F7, you can see H7, and it has all the data. So again, we're gonna just go ahead and click on OK. All right. So let me move this around. And again, to be able to move this table, you just have to bring your mouse to the top of it, like the empty white spot here, and you just left click and then just move it around. All right. So now we have both Dell, Microsoft, and Dell below here. Now, as I mentioned before, you can see that it doesn't give us the years that we need. We need 2021, 2022 to 2023. So to fix this, that's going to be the horizontal axis here, okay? We currently have 1, 2, 3, and we don't want that. So we're gonna come here and edit, okay? All right, to be able to edit, it's asking us whatever we wanna put there instead of the 1, 2, 3, and we're not gonna put that manually. So just like the first one, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go back to our data and calculation worksheets, and we just want this part just for it to show fiscal year 2023, 2022, and 2023, and 2021. And you can, just get it here or here, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna come here and left click to highlight it and hold it and just move it till the end. Now I have fiscal year 2023, fiscal year 2022, and fiscal year 2021 highlighted. And again, you can see it's F here till H. You can see H here, okay? All right, so we can go ahead and click on OK. And ta-da! Now you have fiscal year 2023, fiscal year 2022, fiscal year 2021. And we can click out of this by clicking on OK. All right. If you hover on this, you can see the information. It says series, Microsoft Ink, and whatever year it is. Now 2021, it's showing 2021 and the value. And when you hover on this one, it's also gonna tell you Dell. So you have all the information there. But one last thing really quick. If you need to have the title of the table here, you don't have to, but if you need to have the name of the table here, that's easy. You just come on the left side here where it say add chart elements, and you just click on that, and now you have many things that you can change here. You have axis, primary horizontal, primary vertical, and all that, whatever you want to change. If you need me to go more in depth, um, you know, regarding this specific, like add chart element, let me know in the comments and I will. But for the sake of time, we can just go ahead and add a title. And here you can see chart title. Okay. And you can come here. If you don't want a title, you can just click none. If you need a title above, you can click on above chart. If you need it center, you can just click on center. But center, I feel like it just takes some space. It does too good for me, at least on what I'm currently working on. So I'm just gonna go here and take above chart. All right, so now you have chart title that shows above the chart, and you can just double click on it and go ahead and name your chart. And this is Dell vs Microsoft. All right, and you can just click out of it and you're done. All right, so this is it. Now you have both companies on one graph, and then you can easily compare them. And again, this here, these are the design. If you want, a different color, different type, you can just click on any of this, and you can, look at it before you can go ahead and click on it if you want any of these, or you can even click here and see more. Okay. All right, and if you want to change the color or anything, you can change anything. But again, for another video, we can talk about all that. Let me know what you want me to talk about next, and I'll be more than happy to go over that. For now, I think that's about it.
All right, guys. So that was it. As I say, pretty easy. I hope that was easy enough for you, that you were able to follow along. But if not, please again let me know in the comment section. If you need me to create a different video, or to explain in a different way, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. Just leave me a comment down below. And I will also have a shorter version of this video if that's what you prefer. If you already know where to go in Excel and you just need the specific steps to be able to have your graph on a different sheet, feel free to check the link below for the shorter version. But that was it today. Until next video. Bye for now.